Hey, what's up guys? Joe here, coming at you today with a little bit of a different format for a video. It looks normal format right now, but we're going to transition into some actual live planning on an air attack. This video was derived from one of my clanmates. He's in Town Hall 8.5, meaning that he has Town Hall 9 offenses, but his defenses are near about Town Hall 8 weight, so he can attack Town Hall 9s. But defense is near, it's kind of worthless. But anyways, so he has an archer queen and he understands how to use her by now. And the only thing is now that he's got his lava hounds and he wants to start transitioning into the air attacks. But as a Town Hall 8 transitioning into Town Hall 9, a lot of ground used at Town Hall 8, not a whole lot of air attacks because you don't have the lava hound at your disposal. So today we're going to go ahead and do some live planning on a GOBOLALOON. I feel that this attack strategy is very powerful for a lower Town Hall 9 to learn. It's easier if you have access to bowlers. They're very strong. They are a Town Hall 10 troop, and at Town Hall 9, even there's only 5 of them in your clan castle, you can still put in a lot of work with those bowlers and take out a lot of objectives that can assist you in 3-starring with the back end Laloon portion. So anyways, starting out with the kill squad, we're gonna if you have lower level heroes, 3 golems doesn't hurt, but that also comes at a price that you have to cut down on your amount of balloons. So I normally run shattered, which is 2 golems. And what I use as my funneling troops, whether it be baby dragons or wizards, it all changes. It's never all the same composition. It's based off of the base design itself and how I plan to address that base. So we're gonna go ahead and go into a live planning session, and hopefully you might be able to pick up some techniques from planning or me planning, and able for you to apply to your own war raids. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get some live planning going on. I should have said in the intro that not every single composition is going to be exactly like every single time. There's no set composition, and any experienced attacker is going to agree with that statement. You can use minions or wizards for funneling. You can use a baby dragon with assisting with funneling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into a attack from the previous war that I conducted. And we're going to go ahead and start from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this war right here, and I believe it was number 8 that I attacked in my second attack. So we're going to go ahead and start from the top. Basically, when I look at a base, I'm going to zoom all the way out. In this case, I want to use the GOBOLALOON. It is very strong with the addition of the bowlers in the clan castle, and also the speed of the balloon's first initial bomb drop being so fast that 3 of those on a target is going to destroy the defense. So by zooming all the way out, I'm going to identify this builder's hut and this builder's hut over in the corners. And so when I zoom back in, I identify the 2 closer air defenses. See, these are all on both one side, so I could come in from this direction from the southeast moving into the north, or I could come in from this direction into the queen, directly into the queen. Either way, I'm going to engage the clan castle troops. So I chose the northwestern side because these 2 air defenses here are very close together. They're going to get one-shotted by a couple of bowler shots, or the wizards are going to assist with it. Also, the archer queen's range, she's going to step up into this compartment where the expo is once the bowlers and golems get in range of her. So she's going to go ahead and target that. So we'll be able to take out the archer queen, 2 of these air defenses, as well as this clan castle. So that's 3 or 4 major hits right there, major objectives that you can take out, or that is recommended to take out in an air attack. So this base right here is very compact. It's very easy to negotiate. We can basically identify right off the bat that right here in this location next to the town hall that there's either Teslas or giant bombs. So also take note of this centralized compartment, that if we get bowlers in this location here, with our golems, that they could also take out the air defenses on the opposite side, but that's also asking way too much of our kill squad. And in this case, with my hero levels, I don't necessarily need 3 golems. 2 golems will suffice with my higher level heroes, Barbarian King and Queen. Now, as I decided that I'm going to come in from this location, and I'm going to drop my 2 golems here with both of these cannons. one on this location and one on the other location. That's going to distract any of these defenses that are in this generalized location. Yeah, so the archer tower will also reach those golems. Now, here's the problem where this defender, kind of messes up. Do I bring wizards, which cost 4 housing, or do I bring minions? So as we scan the perimeter on this northwestern side of the base, the archer tower just misses this corner of the camp, the army camp. So if you pay attention to this location right here on the very far corner, you'll see that that can be taken out by a minion. Also, as you go traveling up, this gold mine will also be taken out by a minion, because this isn't going to fire at an air troop. This cannon's not going to fire at an air troop, and the air defense just misses it. It's just outside of the air defense's range. Also, same thing with the short range of the wizard tower. Now, as we travel up, we have another cannon. This is very poor base design because he's opening himself up for the 2 housing space minion. So obviously a minion can take this out, this camp out, this builder's hut, this builder's hut, this builder's hut, as well as dipping up into these higher structures up here. So I can use 7 to 8 minions, and I think I bring 8 minions in a composition to take out these structures and save my wizards for inside the base. So we're going to go ahead and start this out and play it out in sequence. So I'm going to drop a minion, a minion, a minion, all the way up the line to assist with taking out structures, and I'm going to let them work for a few seconds. They're going to meet up and they're going to take out structures together, and now I'm going to pause it right there. So now I've dropped my golems to identify the 2 points that I wanted to go in on. I know that I want to open up this compartment right here, and I am after these 2 air defenses, this clan castle, and that archer queen, and also at the same time I can take out these 2 sweepers due to their poor location. So we're going to go ahead and hit play on that, and we're going to drop a couple of wizards to assist with getting in and working on the cleanup. Now, pay attention that I let my golems get to the wall first, and then I drop my wall breakers. So everything is distracted. All the defenses here are distracted on the golems. So wall breakers are down, little trouble there getting in, and then I drop my archer queen. So I'm holding on to 2 wizards, and you can save those for the back end of the attack, or you can use them to assist with getting into this first compartment. I drop the archer queen because she's stronger, and she could take, stand back a little bit behind the golems and take out a couple of structures. So as this continues to develop, golems are headed in. I got a wizard here working on structures. I drop my barbarian king in, and the barbarian king goes in and starts, doing what he does best, tanking for the archer queen. So I go ahead and drop the jump spell. I should have probably dropped my poison spell instead of the jump first. In this case here, I dropped the jump, and then the clan castle was triggered. It's not a bad idea to look at the range on the clan castle and decide where it's going to end up being triggered at, and then planning ahead for when the golems get in that range that you can drop your poison spell. So anyways, we're going to continue on, drop the poison, and then I drop my bowlers. Now, the bowlers have nowhere to go. The archer queen's going to go up and take out this bomb tower, but the bowlers are going to kind of stagger around for a second trying to figure out where to go, and then they're going to follow suit like so. So they kind of get a little distracted, and then I drop the rage spell. Now, I dropped the rage spell for 2 different reasons here. Because there is a wizard standing there, and there's also an archer queen to get rid of this enemy dragon. The enemy dragon can cause some hindrance to bowlers. We'll take them out if there's no other aerial firing troops behind them to help them out. So the barbarian king is going to rush into the archer queen, and his ability is popped in order to take out that archer queen as well as that expo. So we've taken out quite a bit of value here in the expo, as well as the air defenses. So the archer queen is down, the expo over on that side of the base is down, as well as the 2 archer air defenses. So we end up dropping a heal spell to assist the bowlers to stay alive a little bit longer and try to get more out of that kill squad. So now I can kind of zoom back out and decide where I'm going to bring my air troops in. I had planned from the south, because if you look at the south, we can drop our lava hounds here and here to kind of go in at a B location and go in on this air defense. So we're going to go ahead and play and get to that point. You don't really have to worry about your kill squad at this point, because those objectives have already been met. You've already taken out 4 or 5 critical items in the base, and now you can start transitioning into the air portion of the attack, and this is where your main focus of the attack is. Now, my Archer Queen's level is pretty high, but she can still be taken out very fast by this Expo, so I'm always paying attention to that Archer Queen symbol down in my scroll bar to make sure that you know, so I can pop her Royal Cloak ability and not miss it. So anyways, Lava Hounds are down, and now I'm going to try to follow them up, and this is where speed and timing comes into place. We're going to try to get the balloons in, and what's going to happen here is these balloons here are going to target this cannon, and they're going to go into this location here. So in order to assist with these balloons that are being dropped, I'll drop balloons on this side behind the second Lava Hound, and so I'll use a haste spell to speed up these balloons in their pathing, and then I'll drop, I should have already dropped, but I was a little slow on it, getting these balloons here in on these targets right here. So this is where where you kind of start to watch the attack develop. I still have 5 balloons in my queue, and this is where practice comes into play and doing it more and more often. Am I absolutely perfect on the air portion? Not necessarily. I've seen a whole lot better from Invincible and Ashpack up in Elite Gaming. However, I'm still 3-starring, so I can't really question that I'm absolutely horrible. But I also have this Archer Queen in the core of the base that's taking out structures as well. So we're going to continue, and the balloons are going to get in on that air defense, and they tend to group up here. And so the last Lava Hound is going to go to this air defense, and the balloons are going to group up on this Expo. And so what I should have done here is been a little bit faster on my my adjusting and seeing the attack play out. So I should have moved these balloons that are here. I should have dropped them up here on this cannon is what I should have done. But instead I rushed it, and the main bulk went to the Wizard Tower, and then this group right here will go into this Archer Tower, but then they all basically group up, which is not necessarily a good thing in air. So being patient in your drops is very critical. Now, the Archer Queen's still in that center compartment, and she's just going to continue to take out structures. Now, this is where things get a little hairy, and here where I have to think on the fly. I still have the Archer Queen's Royal Cloak ability, and I only have 1 balloon left in the queue, as well as 1 minion. So 1 balloon is going to get taken out easily by a Tesla and 2 Archer Towers, and they're also going to be taking out my mass bulk of balloons. So I have to pop her ability to speed her up and have her take down these structures that she can actually reach. So we're going to go ahead and let that play on, and they're going to start moving in. I pop her ability to take out the Archer Tower as well as the heavy damage per second dealing Tesla. So all we have left is a balloon that comes in, drops its bomb, and then actually splash damages and destroys the Archer Tower. So we have plenty of pups down on the bottom end. Not as many pups as we would like, but it's still just enough to take care of these weaker structures. And then I dropped that last remaining minion over in this area here, because sometimes the balloons will stick together and take out structures together in a group. So it's not necessarily the best thing, but you have to kind of play those last couple of structures in your favor. I actually dropped that minion over here on this builder's hut, and then it moved in. So keep in mind, those builder's hut, don't overlook them, and don't wait for the end of the attack, because I've been caught multiple times at 99% due to a builder's hut and a failure to hold on to a troop until the end of the attack. So hopefully this helps you out. A little bit of live planning and rating. This is actually a 3-star attack, and we're going to go ahead and continue on. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Anyways, so this base right here was one of those bases that I would normally not come in with an air attack. It's got a split corridor in the center, so it's just a whole lot of mess going on in the core of the base. Different composition with a baby dragon and wizards for setting the funnel. And you have to be very patient with these types of bases. The only reason I like this base right here after the fact is because all the splash damage is in one location, and taking out all these wizard towers as well as an expo will just basically open it wide open for air. You get rid of the splash damage, you don't really have to worry about your balloons being taken down in groups. So I have to be patient here. I don't use a rage spell right away because it's not a heavy defensive concentration area. And then I use the rage spell in the area where the enemy clan castle was, as well as the archer queen. So we've taken out 2 air defenses at this point. Well, now the second one goes down. An X-bow and all of the splash damage. This opens it up wide open, plus the Archer Queen and the enemy clan castle. So now we can transition into the air attack, and knowing that there's a Tesla farm in that central compartment, we still have bowlers in the corridor that are working, and the Archer Queens that's going to assist with that Tesla farm. So the balloons are just free reign at this point to come in and take out the Tesla farm and the Expos down on the ground. So that works out really well in our favor. We can get the balloons in from the back end, speed them up, and help take out the rest of this base. We still have a lot of our kill squad available, so the base design might not be the very best, but it opened it up perfectly for balloons after you kind of zoom back and taking a little bit of a different approach. I didn't have to use the rage spell right away like I did in the previous raid. I used my heal spell instead to keep my bowlers up to get rid of the splash damage. Now, let me know if this type of planning video would help some of you out. DF, let me know if this slowed it down for you, and thanks for watching, guys.